the QI. Your life is my job. My job is your life. I wish I could make full introductions, but courtesies must wait. You are burning in slow motion, under 60 atmospheres of pressure. Oxygen becomes a neurotoxin. Nitrogen bubbles saturate your flesh and pry your joints apart. I've opened the door to the adaptation chamber. Your printed body can borrow tricks from indigenous life. You'll feel better.
User death imminent. Proceed to adaptation. Thanks to Altera Pioneer Nanotech, your body can a gene donor found. You must adapt alien traits to survive. Sampling. Adapting triethylamine, N-oxide synthesis. Pressure tolerance increased. Vital signs stabilizing. Congratulations. This orb is now your relative. Barometric depth gauge activated. A serious accident has occurred. Your sleep bay has been separated from the cicada. You must reach the surface and send a distress call.
My full name is Noetic Advisor Node, ISV CIDSB3. Between us, I prefer Noah. You are the QI, the qualified investigator. Wear it with pride. I can't release the life pod. The clamps have corroded shut. The tyranny of matter. You'll have to swim out and release them manually.
Prepare for launch. Life pod release. Trajectory error. Collision. Thrusters disabled. Clearing main thrusters. Stand by. Thruster function restored. Brace for corrective reorientation. Collision. Obstructions detected. Increasing thrusters. Releasing parachute. Error. Release firing mechanism failure. Brace for impact. Wake up. Starnav does not recognize the sky. Titan-class biosignature on the horizon. You are not on Caesura, Pioneer. Seawater sampling detects a source of genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same source.
This isn't Caesura.
Investigate
I thought you should
caution.
discover that for yourself, investigator. There should be a colony waiting for us.
Locating the colony is your best chance of survival. A prolonged search will require food and water. This organism filters brine into drinkable fresh water. This may be an adaptation to the seawater's anomalously high viral load. Critical warning. Stomach failure. Expected caesarean proteins. Found unknown alien tissue. Unable to digest. Adaptation required. Brace for digestive distress. The portable locker can be hand-carried or attached to a hull point. Avoid workplace friction. Inform your co-workers before moving their stash. From hand tools to corrosion-resistant habitats, titanium is an ideal structural material.
The rules are simple. Keep the perimeter sensors on alarm, no matter how many false positives you get, and do not go out alone. They are hunting us. We don't know why. Someone made a mistake a long time ago, and we have to live with it. The damn thing is, maybe it was one of us. Maybe they see us and say, look, it's that soft criminal, back from the dead again. Let's get the freak. And we don't even remember what we did.
Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Notice the intrusive and persistent HUD icon. Return to the life pod at your convenience. Remember that you are in command of the mission. Do not hesitate to use alien life forms for survival purposes, but always search for unexpected complexity. equipment available to TSF frontiersmen. Only this demilitarized switch axe is approved for colonial fabrication. In untrained hands, firearms are primarily used to harm other colonists, or the self. colony structure located. There may be clues to the location of the main habitat. Acid can be used to make basic chemical batteries. The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
Contact. I've located the black box of Anita Gottschall, the colony purser. Partial voice data retrieved.
We're so hungry.
Anita always liked to watch you shuffle cards. She said you had a knack for holding things. Find out what happened to her. Signal location uploaded to your PDA. I'm monitoring noxiously elevated viral loads in the seawater. Heavy metal assays detect bone-blistering levels of cadmium, lead, and chromium. This planet is already killing you. We have to know if the life pod biobed can help. Find a convenient way to die. Your black box will phase your mind to the biobed. I'll print you in a new body. You can return to your point of exit to retrieve dropped items. Regular reprinting may help slow down environmental contamination. It's not a long-term solution, but for now, we have to triage. Standing by to reprint you.
Seek medical attention. User death imminent. Reprint complete. You have experienced conditions incompatible with life. Your brain state has been restored to a new body. Some colonists prefer to return to the accident site to retrieve lost items and verify their last print exited cleanly. Consult your databank for emotional and philosophical support. Death is certain for the born and rebirth inevitable for the dead. You should not, therefore, grieve the inevitable.
Systems online. Power connected.
I'm in. Having a look around. This structure was connected to Sleep Bay 3 until the bay suddenly moved. Picked up and hurled a full fathom into the deep, with you and I aboard. 20,000 hours earlier, a hard line leading to a habitat complex in the north was deliberately cut. Why? And if I am not mistaken, and I never am, this node was killed by an explosion below the structure. More mysteries for the qualified investigator. I've retrieved 2 messages.
What if you're the last human being in the whole universe? Wouldn't that set you free? This world is yours to explore, but it is not for man. You'll join us soon enough.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher, Kurultai surgeon. By now you know we're not on the Zora. We call this planet Proteus. We don't know when rescue will find us. For the sake of all our sleeping friends, we have to learn how to survive. Nahima?
Hey, fellow dead slave. I'm Nahima Nakota, ecologist. Take a sip of seawater. Notice that sweet blood taste under the salt? That's a toxic dose of heavy metals. Nobody survived past 3 months. It's a beautiful place to die over and over again.
But don't let that beauty seduce you, Pioneer. Exposure to Proteus causes a delusion we call Maysfield syndrome. The call of the sea. People may tell you it's a gift. Ignore them. You remember what Kara did to our homes. You know we can't trust alien biology. We've set up a lab here with a few basic biomods. They're safe. But if you start to hear voices, or if you get the urge to swim to the tree, don't.
Hello, I am Zigimantus Starvilus, formerly EVA engineer on Mongolian steppes. Now lead diver of this mess. Here is my formula.
You'll want to visit the biolab near the entrance and install a passive and active.
organisms may have their own interpretation of your light. From threat display to attempted seduction. This quartz contains dead coral polyps. It may have formed on or near a coral dome. Potential donor found. Suit surface detects molecules matching the organism from the sleep bay.
I can hear you. Sophie says you're a hallucination, just a virus, but I know you're listening. We're so hungry. There's food all around us, but it's poison. Will you help? If I feed you, will you feed us? This is my body, given for you. Just help us eat.
Contact. Abandoned colony structure partially disassembled. You are being hunted. Trauma detected. Flares may distract attacking predators.
Field notes. Under, not, wander. 2 spare tanks. My reprint site is habitat. I'm exhausted today. What if you just reprinted yourself when you were tired? Maybe you'd never have to sleep. Miss Nahima, I'm checking out the big coral tower. There's a mass trapped inside. The scanner's not sure if it's coral polyp or crab tissue. The optogenetics are so weird. We know the Protea virus infects everything on this planet. And we know the coral crabs wear these domes as hats. Is it possible the virus swapped their genes around? So part of this coral just decided it was a crab? Like if you live next to something on Proteus, you become related to it.
is moving nearby.
Zip is dead. Not just reprinted. Dead. We all saw how she suffered. The metal poisoning her
hands trembled. Her gums turned blue. She was always cold. We thought her visits to the hot caves were therapeutic. Sophie let her get away with it. Everyone loves Zip. But one day she did not return. 2 days, 3. We could hear her black box crying her death down at the bottom of the cave. Why wouldn't Noah reprint her? On the 4th day, Sleep Bay 3 printed a new copy of Zipporah Morgue. She was not our Zip. She remembered nothing since the day she boarded the Cicada. Chap says Noah reset her to her last known good state. I am aghast. We are contracted to work off a debt to Altera. But any debt society needs the promise of a jubilee. The trumpet blast of freedom when all is forgiven. Old kings in Babylon declared jubilee when they took the throne lest the people rebel. But now our king can reset the calendar on the day before the jubilee. Naima is right. We are slaves. I must know what is down in that hot cave. I believe Noah fears it and killed Zip to hide it. I believe the Jubilee is out there somewhere in this ocean. A better way to survive.
Endurance upgraded. Inventory expanded.
I don't know about that. But it hit us so fast. Did it really ride on the outside of our ships? Or do the spores just fly through space? We called it Karal, the curse. Not all of us spoke Mongolian, but we knew that word. It started with the carpets, Twaruga. Then monsters would grow. If you didn't have nanos, they would grow in you too. We had to leave everything. Now this, the virus that fills this ocean and fills our blood. We thought it was Kara at first, but it's not a bacterium. How can a virus cross between alien species? Nahima tries to explain it to me. I cannot understand how such a gifted young woman carries such anger, or why she seeks me out.
Congratulations. You have taken a major step towards Zero Debt Day. As a platform for systems like the processor and scanner station, a habitat is a vital investment in your future. A habitat can also be an emotional anchor, proof that you've built something to last. Remember, it's easier to replace a body than a base. Seawater sampling detects a source of genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same source. Investigate with caution.
Welcome aboard. Power connected. All systems online. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
If one of my species finds this message, you may be the very last human being in the universe. You get to write the last chapter of our story. I ask you to do the most human thing you can. Forget your debt. Forget Noah, forget Altera, forget Zazura and the life you imagined. It's all gone now. You're going to die here, and that's all right. Pick the most interesting thing you can see and explore.
Limestone is formed by the death of coral. Each plateau in this region once housed tens of billions of living things.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
You cannot digest this world's life. You must locate a gene donor and adapt its enzymes. Critical warning. Stomach failure. Expected Caesarean proteins. Found unknown alien tissue.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
I've located Lucretia Kapoor, the mission's AI ethicist. You may find her final words troubling. I certainly do.
Noah, do not open the Seacocks. Noah? Acknowledge, please. Do not.
She often asked you to resume your stories when you were interrupted. She made eye contact when she spoke. A considerate woman, and not easily frightened. Signal location uploaded. I printed 26 colonists before the sleep bay drowned, many of them more than once. This is my purpose: to reincarnate you from digital storage, support your work, and if necessary, reverse your death. If I lose track of my colonists, I am empowered to send a qualified investigator to track them down. Do this for me, and I can offer you hazard pay, credit against your contract debt. Risk code, Sierra Ordinal Warrant 2. I am... Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
other microbial life in the seawater is dead. The ocean is blighted. Gather scans and return with appropriate treatment equipment.
Welcome aboard.
Attack. Deploy flares and withdraw.
Warning. Power offline. systems online. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Warning. Power offline.